Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy Looney. Today I'm walking through how I cleaned up my portfolio, and if you're holding too many stocks, taking unrealized losses, or just feel a little lost with your goals, this video is perfect for you. Quick shout out to the Discord. I have a free membership, and then if you want coaching, trade alerts, or a course, that is all in the premium. It's $8 a month. I have a course on selling options, and all the links will be in the description. But let's get into it. So what actually was the mess that happened with my portfolio? The issue is I had a lot of things going on. I had too much going on. I was very over diversified with different positions, basically spread thin across random plays. And now my positions in Riot and Mara are down. And if we look here on paper or on my position, it looks like I'm down 7%, which it is true on just holding the shares. But I'm going to get into how I'm actually profitable on this trade. And lastly, I was DCAing into a little bit too much positions, too many names, and just not focusing on conviction plays or just building towards my real goal, which is just getting 100 shares of a position, selling covered calls, and collecting income. So what did I do to get around this? I trimmed the fat. I stopped adding many positions. So if we go down here on my DCA or my stocks, I am no longer just putting money into different stocks. I originally, if we look at Disney, I had $2 a day into this, and I put a pause on this. Not because I'm bearish on Disney, but because I have so many names that they overlap with one another. And it doesn't do me any good having all these different positions. So I'm just simply holding, not adding, just holding. What I am trying to do though is build up. So I have Sony, that's like my low number or my low share price, trying to get 100 shares and then sell off these shares doing covered calls. So that is my goal with DCAing. But my big names or my big positions like Riot and Mara are down significantly. This one is only down 3%, but let's go to Mara because on Mara, I'm still down 7%. And how am I managing this being down 7%? One is I'm not panicking, but two, if we go to my options and go to my option trading, you can see here, I sell options, and I just opened a position on Mara, Riot, and SoFi doing call credit spreads. And I have my last video yesterday was on how to do a call credit spread, and I decided to do it today on all of these, and I gave it out to my premium members on Discord. So if we go to Mara, or if we go to my realized loss and profit, you can see all time on Mara, I'm up 1,700. So if we combine this with my holdings, I'm actually up. I'm up around 1,500. I don't know the percent gain on this, but it is in the positive. And if we go to my credit spread on Mara, it is actually down pretty significantly. It's down $13, 118%, but it's a very small position in my portfolio. It's only $11 profit if this stock just trades sideways. I'm just simply adding that hedge. I have covered calls on Mara as well, just simply protecting the downside. And that's how I'm handling Mara. Now let's get into Riot. How am I handling Riot? I'm doing the same idea, doing call credit spreads, doing covered calls, selling puts also on dips. But not only that, I bought a long-term call option. So if you go down to here, I have this $5 Riot call. And I bought this back in April when everything was down. I bought it in May, the beginning of May. So a little bit after April when we saw that massive dip, and I wanted at least some support or some kind of direction, knowing that we were going to come back. And that's why I waited a little bit. But we can see here, my break-even price is only $9 because it cost me $400 to buy this call. Now it is at, what is it valued right now? Oh, 508. So I'm up $108. And this is really good because I'm only down 3% on Riot on just my holdings. And then also same idea with the selling puts, selling calls. I'm up 1,800 on realized profit. And I also have some open plays that still haven't have realized gains. So I'm in a lot better spot on these two big plays because Riot takes up a big part of my portfolio. If we go back to it, it takes up around 19%, which is a really large position in my portfolio. And I'm still managing to be positive, net positive. If you go to my all-time gains, I am up almost 30%. And just going back to my other idea is I stopped DCAing into just random altcoins and I've kind of cleaned up my crypto bag. I am looking to sell off my crypto because when I first started this, I kind of just chose random and I had that retailer mentality. I'm surprised I didn't even get XRP at the time, but you can see I have a lot of random plays on crypto. I don't plan to sell these. This is my all-time percent change. So I'm not going to sell these for a loss. I might just have to hold them for a little bit longer or just continue to DCA. I'm not doing a lot, so they're very small. Like Shiba down 21%, but it's only 0.62 of my portfolio. Only putting $1 a day, so very small play. And also, I just took an overall zoom out. Yes, Riot and Mara are red overall with the holdings, but when I factor in all the premium I've collected and just my open options right now, I'm actually profitable. I do want to actually go over a stock because I don't go over this stock too often, but it's Him and Hers. And this is a good example of kind of FOMOing in and just making a mistake. So this stock shot up almost 15%, almost 20% on the day, and then quickly shot back down negative now, down 3%. And a situation like this is where you don't want to panic sell. You want to simply just buy, just DCA, get lower average costs. Now, I didn't buy Hims because I do know it's a volatile stock. And going back to my other point, I'm not looking to get into much more positions. I'm trying to trim down. But what is my overall goal with my portfolio and just the next steps? One is to get 100 shares and run option trading. So run covered calls and maybe a protective put and just continue to sell options. Then stay consistent with defined risk trades like credit spreads. And most importantly is to keep cash ready. Right now, it's about 5% of my portfolio. And this isn't about hype. It's about fixing what's messy, focusing on cash flow, and building long-term wealth one trade at a time. If you've made similar changes or want help reviewing your positions, drop a comment or hop in the Discord, like, subscribe for more strategy content. Peace.